All right, boys and girls, let's get started on lesson 3. Here we go. Let's look at where it says, okay, there's some information you could read at the top, but let's just jump straight in where it says do this. It says look at the line of code in the workspace below, and then it says show me where. If you click it, then it shows you here's the code. Okay, right there, that block of code. It comes from right here. You could drag it from the toolbox into the workspace. You know how this works from our HTML unit earlier this year. Okay, so it says, and discuss with your partner where you think the shape will be drawn on the grid. Well, you don't have a partner. We're not using partners really. So you just kind of have to think to yourself, okay, this says RECT. Now, what do you think that could mean? Of course, it's short for rectangle, okay? And these numbers, 100, 100, are the X and Y coordinates of this grid space. Remember, see now what I'm doing over here as I float around in the on the grid, you notice that the X and Y coordinates change. And I could click this button and it would show me exactly where I am, right? Okay, so it says, where do you think this program, this is a whole program, this block of code is a whole program. It's telling the code.org, it's telling the program saying draw a rectangle at x equals 100, y equals 100, which is, of course, x is 100, y is 100. So this right here is going to be the top left corner of the rectangle. Let's run it and see what happens. Just as we predicted, right there is 100, 100. You can verify that down below. Basically, it says 99, 90, or it's hard to get it right at 100, 100, but you can see the numbers are very close. And so that's how it plots rectangles, really squares. Now, I want to show you one thing before we go on. This arrow right here, okay, will give you an extra space where you could talk about the width of the rectangle, and then you could talk about the height of the rectangle. So if I make it real wide, 200, but only 25 high, let's look at how that changes things. Let's reset now and run it. And you can see that the rectangle now up here is very, very wide, 200 from edge to edge this way, left and right, but only 25 from top to bottom. That's because I did these numbers over here. Now I can get rid of those numbers. I can get rid of the 25. Then I can get rid of the 200. And if I reset now and run, it's only going to pay attention to the numbers that you can actually see on the screen. So it's as if those other numbers didn't even exist. So once I click the back arrow, it gets rid of them. Okay, that's pretty much how it works. Now it says change the numbers inside the block and try running the program again. So we want to change the coordinates. It says try to place the rectangle near the bottom right of the screen. Well, that's down here somewhere. So for example, if I want the top left corner to be right where the mouse is pointing right there, I can see down below, right down here, that the coordinates are basically 300, 300. So that's what I'm going to type in. 300, 300. I'm going to click reset and run. And now I have the rectangle near the bottom right of the screen. There are no more directions, so I'm done. I will see you in the next lesson. Great job.